Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and this is going to be my top 5 MarioBava films. Now, MarioBava is a very important Italian director. He pretty much put the Giallo on the map, and this is actually a response to my buddy the Trash Stash, Danny B. He did his top 5, and I wanted to kind of throw my hat into the ring. There's another top 10 I'm going to be doing. Not sure when I'm going to get to it, but I really wanted to do this. Bryn did a top 10 Hammer Films list, and I wanted to get to that as well. But we are here to talk Mario Bava, and I'm going to start at number 5 being my least favorite, and number 1, of course, being my favorite. Now, just keep in mind this is just my opinion and how I see the films. Everything said here is just my opinion. Okay, number 5 was a tough one for me. I have Hatchet for the Honeymoon. This could have easily went to Kidnapped or The Whip and the Body because I love both of those films as well. Actually, I like all of Mario Bava's films. But I had to go with Hatchet for the Honeymoon for the simple fact that it is a giallo and also a slasher film. It's a really good film, and I had a lot of fun with it. That's a Hatchet for the Honeymoon at number 5. That was actually the toughest spot. That and number 1 were the two toughest spots for me. Number 4 is going to go to Bear and Blood. Now, this is one I saw just recently for the very first time, and I absolutely loved it. Again, this is a slasher movie. A giallo, but a slasher movie, and a supernatural slasher at that. And this movie is just a ton of fun. It has a very gothic feel to it with the castle, and I love it. I just think it's great. Actually used this for a recommendation for... No, I can't remember. Haha! Had to have been another Bava film or something like that. Anyway, check it out. Mary or Bear and Blood at number 4. Why can't I remember what I used that for? Okay. Coming in at number 3, shouldn't be a big surprise. It is Bay of Blood. Now, of course, there have been several kills lifted from this for Friday the 13th Part 2. Friday the 13th Part 2 being my favorite 80s slasher of all time. And, yeah, this movie is just fantastic. The kills are so brutal and really, really cool. My only problem with this, and the reason why this isn't a little bit higher on this list, is because it has a convoluted story. And the story is a little hard to follow at times because you're dealing with a bunch of different people who are who have an agenda. And, you're going from one to the other, to the other, to the other. You'd have to see the movie to actually understand, but I just feel that the story's a little bit too convoluted. But I do love it, though. It's got incredible kills, especially for its time. It is a true gem, and that is Bay of Blood. Yeah. Now, as I said, the last place and the first place were the hardest for me. This was originally my number 1, which is Black Sabbath. A, because I love anthology films, and B, because I do find that the first segment to be one of the scariest ever put to film. Actually, the second one, called The Telephone, is one of the very first giallos put to film. But as far as like a segment goes, not a full film. But yeah, Black Sabbath is incredible. Of course, it has Boris Karloff in it, which makes it that much better. I love this movie. It was hard not to put this at number 1, but yeah, at number 1, I hate to be cliche, I really do, but number 1 has got to go to Blood and Black Lace. This was originally going to be my number 2, but I love this movie. And to be honest, I know everyone says that Halloween 1978 is the start of the slasher film, And yes, it is the start of the low budget slasher film where people realize that they could make a lot of money off of slasher movies. But if you don't have Blood and Black Lace and Bay of Blood, you may very well not have slasher movies. And of course, Peeping Tom and Psycho as well. But if you watch Blood and Black Lace, you see a dark figure with a white face. I mean, where do you think they got that? And as far as like the kills were so inspired from Bay of Blood that they lifted them to do slashers in the 80s. I just don't see how you can get around it. These two films are what slasher movies are all about. And they're giallo. So, or gialli, I guess, the plural tense. But yeah, Blood and Black Lace is definitely my number one. Check out MarioBava. He's got quite an extensive catalog full of really, really good films. He's always been a favorite of mine. And thank you, Danny B, for kind of inspiring me to do my own top five. And definitely check out the Trash Stash. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.